to stepping up behind the mic. The move was an immediate success.
Pac was a master at, he could take your style and do it a little bit different or a little bit better than you. And that was something. And so that's how he dealt with every situation.
Soon, Tupac had his first record deal. And in November 1991, Tupacalypse Now was released. The album featured a strong and sometimes contradictory mix of violent anthems and compassionate social commentaries about poverty, broken homes, and drug abuse.
If you look at his music, he had songs that were so negative about women and talked about them like they were just nothing. And then he had a whole series of other songs where he was putting all women, mothers and black women and all women on such a pedestal. He was a complicated guy.
In his writing, Tupac drew from his various experiences. Raised in a politically charged Black Panther home, exposed to the fine arts, and schooled on the streets.
He was a poet, you know what I mean, first. I think Pac was just so in tune with himself that he can do whatever kind of song and not feel like if people hear it, they're gonna think I'm weak.
He's a fan of himself as well. He would go, listen to what I said. Oh my God, the boy is nice. And this is how he would say it. He'd be like, oh my God, the boy is nice. Yo, Jamala, listen to this. This is how I kick it. And he would recite a little verse out that song, and he'll go, oh, I'm so nice, I'm so nice, I'm killing them, I'm killing them. I'll be like, Pac, he is crazy.
Since he was a kid, Tupac had also fantasized about becoming an actor. And in 1991, he made his second dream come true. He starred in the critically acclaimed film, Juice.
Juice came out. When I went to go see it, the girls were screaming. That was fly. That was some to see.
From the moment Juice came out, everybody was talking about Pac. It was just obvious that, you know, he was on the verge of something really major. That role helped him more than the music did.
He would come downstairs and he would like spread his legs apart and his arms, shake his jewelry off and everything, pull his collar up and say, I'm a legend in my own time. And I would say, Dad, Pac, man, in another 10 years, you're gonna be the most powerful man in America. He was like, yeah, watch and see, I am.
Things were looking good for Tupac. The following year, his mother, Afeni Shakur, now clean and sober, re-entered his life. Once again, they were a family.
I discovered that when a child says to you, you're my mother, when they give you authority over their lives as their parent, that they can withdraw that authority. And my children withdrew it. I didn't take it back. They gave it back to me.
But with the good came the bad. In 1992, Tupac was arrested for allegedly attacking a limo driver. In 1993, he was charged with assaulting another rapper with a baseball bat. In another incident, he was charged with attacking film director Alan Hughes with a weapon. In Atlanta, Georgia, he was arrested, although later released, for the alleged shooting of 2 off-duty policemen. It seemed that Tupac Amaru Shakur was taking his gangster image rather too literally.
Well, Pac, you got to realize of, you know, where he come from and his family's history with the police. And they hated Pac. They hated Tupac.
I don't know if it was that his heart was a Black Panther heart. I don't know if that was it, but Tupac just had no patience for law enforcement, and I don't know that he had respect for law enforcement. And so I think, why were the authorities mad? Because Tupac was thumbing his nose at them and worse.
Mr. Shakur, can we get a comment from you at all?
Hell no. Thug life.
No,
Thug life. Thug life. That's my comment.
What's that mean? I don't understand.
This is yours.
Pac always felt like he would be a statistic. But he said, if I'm going to be a statistic and America's going to thoroughly me over, I'm going to be the ultimate statistic that I can be.
In the battle between Tupac the artist and Tupac the streetwise thug, it appeared that the dark side was winning. And soon, on the streets of Vegas, on a warm summer's night, that darkness will swallow him whole.
Isto é um excesso. Um lugar onde as regras não se aplicam e a velocidade a que se anda depende de quanto dinheiro se tem. E quando se pensa nas máquinas mais velozes da estrada, vem-nos a ideia a Fórmula 1, supermotos ou patins a jato. Mas provavelmente isso é porque nunca viram a Dodge Tomahawk. Um monstro com 500 cavalos e uma velocidade máxima estimada em mais de 480 km por hora. Isto é, cerca de 5 vezes mais veloz que uma cheetah e 15 vezes mais veloz que o humano mais rápido. Infelizmente, os humanos cansam-se depressa. E tentar montar uma cheetah não é uma boa ideia. Concebida como uma forma de exibir o motor Dodge Viper de 10 cilindros, oficialmente a Tomahawk é uma escultura sobre rodas. É uma obra-prima, sem dúvida! O que é uma maneira muito inteligente de dizer que é ilegal conduzi-la na estrada. Mas com um preço de mais de $500 mil, é provável que os 10 felizes proprietários tenham as suas próprias estradas, ou as suas próprias pistas de corrida. Posso dar uma volta? Não, cheiras mal.
O meu nome é Josh Bernstein. A minha paixão, explorar. Procurar mistérios. Histórias. Coisas que é preciso ver para acreditar. A aventura está lá fora. A minha meta é encontrá-la. Venha comigo.
A Descoberta do Desconhecido. Estreia segunda-feira, 10 de novembro, às 21h15. Só no Discovery.
Novos episódios. Novos mitos. Novas experiências. E velhos truques.
Let's blow it up.
Na estreia de Os Caçadores de Mitos. Sábados às 21h15. Só no Discovery.
Crea tu propio mito. Little Big Planet.
PlayStation 3.
September 7th, 1996, 8:35 p.m. Tupac Shakur has just finished watching a boxing match at the MGM Grand, where his close friend Mike Tyson pulverized his opponent Bruce Seldon in less than 2 minutes. Backstage, Tupac is accompanied by Suge Knight, his manager and the owner of his record company, Death Row. With them is Tupac's security guard, Frank Alexander, and various Death Row Records associates. It's clear to everyone that Tupac Shakur is still revved up from the fight.
And he's just going off, you know, man, 50 blows, 50, man, he knocked them out, 50 blows.
As the group enters the MGM Grand's lobby, one of Suge Knight's Death Row employees passes on a message to Tupac Shakur.
One of Suge's guys, his name is Trevon, came over and whispered in Tupac's right ear.
Trevon has spotted a man in the hotel lobby that he claims robbed him a few weeks earlier. The man is also a member of the Southside Crips, sworn rivals of another big LA gang, the Bloods, with whom Death Row is said to be affiliated. Tupac Shakur, the king of gangster rap, decides to teach the man a lesson.
And Pac just ran up on him and...
Fired up by the boxing match, the Death Row entourage, including its CEO Suge Knight, joined Tupac in the feeding frenzy. In the chaos, Frank Alexander pulls Tupac from the brawl.
I grabbed him and got him out of the fight. Rolando Anderson's on the ground and everybody's kicking at him, beating him down.
2 years earlier, in New York City, Tupac was involved in a different kind of battle. A fight for his very life. On November 30th, 1994, in the lobby of a Times Square recording studio, he was robbed of $40,000 worth of jewellery and shot 5 times.